Michael and Kevin, why was music a fabric of your home and for you and your four sisters? You had this amazing upbringing. It was really important to you.
Check.
Ashley?
Check. I'll just talk loud. We grew up in a really interesting household. There ended up being 6 of us on a very skinny row house in center of Philadelphia. And our father, who actually went to Cornell and got his degree in architecture, he was 5 years up in Ithaca. He designed a mid-century masterpiece, which was our house in Philadelphia, and part of it was a beautiful monophonic sound system that all the music that they played sounded absolutely beautiful. And when we would fall asleep upstairs, this FM radio would waft up, and they would listen to classical music and opera and Broadway shows. So I really do credit my parents, at least for my day job, which is writing music for films and television, with everything that my aesthetic was very firmly established by the time I was a very small child. So in our household, it was about creativity. That's all our parents cared about. They didn't care about what our grades were. They didn't tell us you actually had to go out and make money when you got older. It was about acting lessons and dancing lessons and art lessons and theater and music. And that was the way we were brought up, and we thought that was normal. But it definitely imbued in us, an incredible love of music and made music a real connection, particularly with Kevin and I and our 4 sisters.
And Kevin, tell us about the fabric that music played for your youth and your family while you were growing up with your 4 sisters.
Yeah, I guess my first memories of music was the music that my older brothers and sisters were making. I'm the youngest of 6, and the closest sister to me is 8 years older. So when but that's called a mistake. Let's face it. Which is good. I'm good with that. But my brother and my sister were already playing music. They were in bands. They were writing songs. My parents, as Michael was saying, were playing music. It was around a lot. And then I was lucky enough to, as a very small kid, be exposed to the kind of 60s music phenomenon and rock and roll and the Beatles and the Stones, and all this stuff was coming over and being sort of shared with me by my older brothers and sisters. And it was just, we didn't even really, people talk about Philadelphia like, well, you must have realized that you were living in this great music town, but we didn't really even think about it that much. It's not like we had anything to compare it to. Philly just had a lot of music, a lot of soul music, a lot of rock music, folk music. It was just part of what was going on.